60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold.
I'm not even trying to glaze, but that might be one of the most badass intros I've ever seen from a video game. Today's video is going to be me platinuming Doom Eternal. PSN rates this game a 4 out of 10 difficulty, which, you know, that sounded a little too easy for me. So I decided to play this game on the 3rd hardest difficulty, Ultra Violence, because if I play on Nightmare, controllers will be broken. I do not have the money to replace this one I have right now. This game has 34 trophies to collect. I played this game about a year ago and managed to collect 5 trophies then. I honestly can't remember why I stopped playing then.
I guess we'll never know.
Now let's get on with the actual game. I spawn in from that big old portal we just came through and take out the first couple enemies. Along the way I managed to find a chainsaw, which ends up becoming one of the most useful weapons in the game, and then find my first collectible. After that I find the first bot that you use to upgrade your weapons and immediately bought the sticky bombs. Cause from what I remember when I played this last year, these things were really clutch. After that we make our way into our first enemy room. And I absolutely demolished every single demon in here, no challenge at all. I honestly thought I was going to be pretty rusty since it's been a year since I've last played a Doom game, but nah. After I absolutely embarrassed the hell out of these demons, we make our way into the room where the first Hell Priest resides.
My soul remains guarded. You can't. Oh shit! Oh.
Yeah, we made quick work of his ass. After we slaughtered him, we make our way outside, and I see this thing.
That shit big as hell. What the fuck is that, Shy?
After seeing that colossal creature, we make our way through and find more collectibles along the way. Then I ran into an old op of mine who I absolutely Swiss cheese the hell out of. Light work, no difficulty. After I cleared that section, I make my way onto the next one, where I find my second weapon of the game, the assault rifle. After clearing through some more waves of enemies, I make my way into an abandoned subway station, which eventually takes me to a giant portal that takes me to the other 2 Hell Priests.
How can this be? No man can pass through the gate. Oh, hell no!
After we scare the life out of the 2 Hell Priests, we meet Conmaker, who tries to get us to stop what we're doing, but we're like, nah bro, I can't just let you get away with this. And with that, we go through another portal, which is the end of the first campaign mission. After completing the Hell on Earth campaign mission, we head back to the Fortress of Doom, where Vega tells us that we are unable to find the second Hell Priest due to our missing component of our celestial locator. We rev up our handy dandy means of transport and set our sights on Exaltia. When I arrived, I noticed a demon that got his guts rearranged by a giant sentinel robot.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
After making quick work of some more enemies, I then run into him.
Get a load of this guy!
Let's just say Buddy did not make it out of this one. Later, Doom Guy enters the throne room where he's met with King Navik. He warns us not to kill the Hell Priest because they are of royal lineage. And Doom Guy turns around and is like,
nah, yeah, I'ma do my own thing.
After that, I run into my first secret encounter, and I'm not gonna lie, I made quick work of these dudes.
Oh shit, here we go again.
We go through another portal that takes us back to Hell, and we pick up our third weapon of the game, the plasma rifle. I make my way through Hell some more, and to be honest, nothing really felt super hard yet. I was debating whether or not I should start over on Nightmare because I wasn't struggling too much. Which, I'm glad I didn't. You'll see why later in the video. I found a giant battery and I decided to put it in this giant robot dude's sword. And as soon as I do that, it stabs right into bro.
Fuck you digging at me.
After that, we walk across the sword and go inside bro and decide to jump down into his guts. After that, I found a key that opens up this gate. And I really wish I didn't. This took me to probably one of the hardest parts of the game yet. There was just so many enemies swarming me at once, and some enemies I've never even seen yet in the game. It might not look hard because, you know, I'm really good at the game and stuff, but, you know, I was struggling a little bit. After I beat the first Slayer gate and do some parkour, I make my way into a little secret base where Commander Valen, better known as the Betrayer, resides, where he gives me a battery to power up the Celestial Locator. He also tosses me a dagger in hopes I'll be able to put his son's soul to rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No you.
Thank you.
No thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No you.
No, thank you, bro.
I retrieve the Sentinel battery and head out again, and I'm forced to do some more parkour. After doing the parkour, I get put into a little area where a bunch of enemies are at, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, it was pretty easy.
I'm lying, bro.
After I effortlessly cleared that entire area, another portal opens, and that was the end of Exultia. After finding the missing component for the Celestial Locator, I put it into the machine, and Vega tells us that the second Hell Priest is hiding in the northern region of Earth.
Stop hiding! You hiding forever! Ricky! When I catch you, Ricky! Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky!
After finding out where the second Hell Priest is located, we go through a portal that takes us to the cultist base. And to no one's surprise, this place is swarming with enemies. After slaughtering through my enemies, I make my way through and end up finding the rocket launcher. And I'm not gonna lie, when I got the RPG, I thought I was gonna be super strong, and I was super duper wrong. Words can't even describe how hard I sold here. I lost all of my extra lives from this one part. I don't even know what I was trying to do, bro. I was starting to regret my decision of playing this game on this difficulty. I should have just played this on easy, bro.
You're trash.
Now watch me fail this miserably multiple times. I don't understand why this part was just so hard for me. I'm just so bad, bro.
This nigga is trash.
Don't worry, I eventually got it. Now I had gotten to a point in this game that I didn't think would happen. I started getting my ass whooped, and I eventually died. After I came back to life, I slaughtered all the demons and opened up the gate that took me inside the cultist base. I get inside and I fall into a giant pit where I'm immediately jumped by all these demons. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to pull out one of these. I make my way down a slow-ass elevator and I get to a machine with a revenant trapped inside, and apparently this machine allows us to take control of one, which is just super cool to me. I switch over to play him and oh my god. The difficulty I'm playing on does not matter because we are just absolutely washing every other demon in here. I didn't even realize these revenants were that strong. We use the revenant to grab our next weapon in the game, the super shotgun, which he so kindly brings right to my hand.
No, don't do it.
We make our way more through the mission and end up getting to the final boss fight area of the cultist base. I was getting to a part in the game where I was actually starting to struggle a little bit. From here on out, I start dying a lot more. I'm eventually able to beat all the demons in the area on my second attempt. After the fight, a gate opens up with a lift that I use to take me up and push a skull button that triggers this train to start moving as I take off into the light. Yeah, I'm joking. It gets much worse from here. We took the train over to the Doom Hunter base, where we are jumped by a couple of nobodies. But I make quick work of them, so they're really no trouble. I do some parkour that eventually takes me over to this door that leads into a giant room full of a bunch of enemies. And I'm not gonna lie, I died here. A good bit. More than I'm proud of. As the late and great Mr. Miyagi once said,
Daniel-san, new lesson. Stroke egg roll with feet.
No, bruh, not that.
It's okay, lose to opponent. Must not lose to fear.
I go through this door that shows us this little sneak peek of what's to come.
What the hell is even that?
I press on through the level, and along the way I see the second Hell Priest, Victor Frankensteining this demon together. The more I go through the level, I see it happening. I'm over here biting my nails because I'm low-key scared.
Oh, hell no!
At last, I finally met the creature the second Hell Priest was cooking up, the Doom Hunter. And to no one's surprise, I died. A lot. I died so many times the game gave me armor that would reduce damage. I totally didn't use after dying 20 plus times. After that boss fight, I get outside and I think I'm done, until I'm met with 2 more of these things. I'm not showing any more clips of me dying. This shit is getting embarrassing, bro. As I easily beat the 2 Doom Hunters, I am met with the second Hell Priest.
The beast. Does he not seek enhanced power? Gifts to aid him in his noble conquest.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Come out of your killer, okay, knock it off. Is you worrying about them niggas? Not at all. They say such and such.
And with his ass in the dirt, I pop my first trophy for killing the Doom Hunters. We get back on the ship, and Conmaker decides to pay us a little visit. And she still thinks she can win this, bro. She's yapping about how she moved the third Hell Priest to an off-grid location. Like we can't find, bro. While running around through the ship, I find one of my favorite weapons, the Ballista. I also took a little detour to say what's up to Markiplier's dad. I then ready up my portal to make my way to the Super Gore Nest.
Oh boy, smooching time!
After I effortlessly infiltrate the Super Gore Nest, I'm introduced to my fourth least favorite thing in this game, the Buff Totem. If you think this is bad, I'll tell you what the other three are later in the game when I run into them. I make my way through this mysterious green fluid all over the place. The next weapon that is getting added to our collection is the chain gun. And I'll tell you right now, this gun absolutely shreds, bro. Later, we get 2 more of these keys that allow us to open up this giant mouth into the Super Gore Nest. We flip a switch and basically cause this thing's heart to explode. On the topic of explosions, this entire place was about to blow up, but we did not hightail it out of there. Eventually, I find a Rick and Morty portal that teleports me out of the place before it explodes all over me.
What did he say?
I get back on the ship and pop another trophy for using 8 Sentinel batteries in a single save slot. Moments later, I also earned another trophy for fully upgrading my ammo in a single save slot. You can also unlock this trophy from fully upgrading your health and armor, but I just needed ammo because I kept running out. The next mission, we gotta try and find Dr. Samuel Hayden, the dude from the first game. This guy. But of course, we can't just go right in and talk to him. No. We have to use these turrets to shoot these tentacles blocking the door. I get inside the first turret and blow up the first tentacle. And not long after, I got to the second one and blew that one up too. Boom! Boom! After I get inside, I make my way up this elevator. After that, I go in through a door and grab the Hellbreaker. Yoink! There was also this dude that would not get out of the way. Bro kept glazing us, bro. Get out! Even after we completely ignore him, he still follows us. But at least he takes us to Hayden. And bro, look at him. Bro looks like Frieza from the Namek saga. Remember earlier in the video when I said that the Buff Totem was my 4th least favorite thing in the game? Well, this dude right here is number 1. These jits right here are number 2 and 3. Fuck these guys. This bum thinks he's so cool with his dope-ass weapon, his cool-ass fit, and his horn. Alright, you know what? He low-key is kinda cool. We take Samuel Hayden and just chuck him through one of our own portals. And this epic 1v1 begins. Which ended in me dying a few times. I was one pubic hair away from death, and somehow I miraculously came back and absolutely whooped his ass. I get back onto the ship and put Samuel Hayden back on life support because I can't have him falling asleep forever. We are informed that we have to access the inner core of Mars. How are we going to get inside of Mars' core, you ask? Well, let me tell you, with a little help of something called the BFG. We get to the ship with the BFG on it, and we're just absolutely being a menace. I mean, look what we do to this dude. Then not even 5 seconds later, we just snatched this security guard's gun, bro.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
This dude Doom guy gotta be one of the most mentally unstable people ever. I know he's out here fighting demons and stuff, don't get me wrong. But this man gets inside of a catapult and launches himself into a building and then just brushes it off like nothing. And then later, this man crashes a space pod and gets out and just walks away. We make it to the portal that we needed to get to and earn ourselves another trophy for blowing a hole in Mars. If you didn't believe me that this man had so much aura before, just this scene alone just proves it. You have all of these army dudes just glazing, bro. And they just let him through this gate. I found the 3rd Hell Priest, but of course, there was a boss in the way. And no, it's not this giant floating shield. It's this giant, super muscular demon with hooves and a mace. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably the most underwhelming boss I've fought in a video game in a long time. And I'm even playing on Ultra Violence, so I don't really understand why he was so easy. All you have to do is wait for his shield to turn green, and then shoot him, and then he stun locks him, and then you can go do a glory attack or whatever on him. Yeah, after saying that out loud, it kind of makes sense why he's really easy. I make quick work of his first stage, and then I stab into his shield's eye, which starts tweaking out, and then he pulls a mace out of his ass.
But what the hell, boy?
His second stage is honestly pretty much the same as the first one, except instead of using the shield to block, he spins his maces around really fast.
Oh, I'm hurt! Oh, my neck! My back!
Once I beat the gladiator, I run into the 3rd Hell Priest.
Earth will be consumed, regardless of what...
Fuck up, that boy a bimbo. Getting low, they playing limbo. Tried to slice me, I went Kimbo. Op hoes get turned to widows.
With the third Hell Priest down, I get another trophy for defeating the Gladiator. We head to a place called Necrovolt, which I'm pretty sure is just a place in hell. Not much happened in this chapter besides me dying a whole lot. I did, however, unlock a trophy for unlocking every ruin in a single playthrough. I give this statue a back shot, which in turn falls over, allowing access to the next mission. Yeah, not gonna lie, not much happened to this one either, except for this final part right here. We have to break these two chains. After I finally defeated a giant horde of enemies, we are told by Vega we have to jump in here to stop Conmaker from awakening the Icon of Sin. Whatever the hell that means. We find Conmaker, and remember that little knife that our friend gave us? Yeah, we stabbed that right into the Icon of Sin's heart. And I think it's safe to say that we might have messed up here. This thing is sucking the souls out of these creatures. Then it just conjures up a freaking portal and is like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Later, I earned a trophy for collecting every single piece of music in the game. The next few areas of this level were just full of super tough enemies, and I was honestly struggling a lot. They had like the Barons of Hell, Marauders, the Flame Jit. I died a good bit, and it was honestly starting to piss me off a little bit. But I was eventually able to beat it, and I unlocked another trophy for finding every single cheat code in the single save slot. Not long after, we have our final face-off with the Conmaker, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, this shit was easy too. I did it my first try. All you have to do is break her shield, grapple up to her, and punch her right in the face. Now, you do have to do this 6 times while avoiding fire on the ground and fighting her little henchmen. After we beat her ass, we have to see what she looks like, and oh my god, she's ugly.
What the hell?
Now we do our badass little exit, and there's only one thing left standing in our way. We also unlock a trophy for killing the Conmaker. During the final mission, I get a trophy for unlocking the last codex. We were now getting to the home stretch, and these were the final waves of enemies I had to get through before I got to the final boss. And this was an absolute cakewalk. I gotten so good at the game that I was just like, I was basically invincible at this point. Nothing was gonna stand in my way anymore. And with that being said, I make it to the final boss area, where I have to face the Icon of Sin. To be honest, he looks like a giant mechanized bull, and I kinda fuck with it. The main objective of this boss fight is to shoot off all 8 pieces of armor on its body to reveal its skin. It's a pretty simple boss fight, honestly, but it's kind of hard. No, never mind. I wouldn't even say this boss fight's hard. It's just annoying. You have other enemies shooting at you while you're trying to shoot his armor off, and he's punching and blowing fire at you. Once you blow all his armor off, he opens up a portal that you have to go through. The second stage of this boss fight is literally the exact same as the last one, except instead of shooting armor off, you gotta shoot his skin off. After about 3 tries, I was eventually able to blow all his skin off. And with that, I unlocked a trophy for beating the game. All we had to do now was to have the crucible inside of him to permanently kill him and make sure he doesn't get back up. The way he looks when he died reminds me of this. Little side note, Godzilla 1998 is fire. I don't care what anybody says. Back to the game. That was it. That was Doom Eternal. I beat the Icon of Sin. The world is saved, for now. Doom Guy is a certified badass, and this game is absolutely amazing. I unlocked another trophy for defeating the Icon of Sin. And RIP to Stephen Ash. I went back through and picked up some trophies that I had missed along the way. Now, I'm going to very, very vaguely brush over this next segment, but it's the multiplayer trophies. There's a total of 6 of them. And they are all so grindy to try and get. Not only does no one play this stupid ass multiplayer, but when I get into a lobby, it usually takes like 20 minutes to load in. I knew this wasn't gonna do. So I scoured the internet to try and find people to be able to help me, and I found 2 absolute legends. These guys took 3 hours out of their night to be able to help me grind out all these multiplayer trophies and get them done. And I'm forever grateful. I most likely would have scrapped this platinum if it wasn't for them. All I had to do now was play the game on extra lives mode with 10 extra lives at the end. And I'm not gonna lie, I played this on easy, and it was an absolute breeze. I think I died like 1 time maybe. And with that done, I popped the trophy for beating the game on extra lives mode, and then I popped the beautiful heavy metal platinum trophy for Doom Eternal. Now that I finally have this platinum, this game is absolutely amazing. It takes everything from the first game and just improves upon it and makes it so much better. This is the end of the video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Next video is going to be me doing a platinum trophy that's really hard to do, so stay tuned to watch that. Thank you guys. Bye.
Why so serious?